Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rukal double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are teachers of truth and sincerity, and a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. Bracha the Yahweh, Bracha the Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rukal Bracha Tah. So, out here another week, do another lesson, and pretty much declaring to the world that whom they ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ is not a so-called white man, but is in fact a so-called black man, being of color. You know, pretty much that all the images and the persona that you've been given all your life, that was not the Bible. That was Christianity. And that Christianity and all the other false religions, gave everybody this false image, and taught us that we were not his people, Thus, talking about Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, that we are not his people, that, we've been bywords. But yet, when you pay, and they love to do this, especially if you've ever been in the Recovery 12-step program, they'll always bring up the Lord's Prayer, give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our trespasses, we forgive those that trespass against us, and then they'll bring it, that by kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In order for that to happen, though, that means that Esau has to be taken out of rulership, ultimately. So you see people ignorantly pray that prayer and don't even know what it means. But also you have to call upon the names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Calling upon God or Jesus Christ does you no good. But you see, we've been catfished. We were not told the real names, But nonetheless, though, we come out here every week, diligently coming out here, teaching this word, telling our people what names to call on, telling them what tribe they come from, that they're not just these bywords brought to you by the so-called white man. And then also the spirit of prophecy, that you may not look like the people that be on that sign, but you may, in fact, still go back to being, because of the fact that pretty much you still have the seed, because you are determined by your father's seed line. And you may still go back to being an Israelite, especially if you're receiving this and there's no doubt that this is resonating with your spirit, then you are in fact an Israelite, And don't let these other people that get on your comment board saying that Esau's teaching Esau, we're always going to have scoffers, especially if you be in a confusion of faith. You're going to have people that, just pretty much... won't accept this because, this ain't based upon what we look like, but on the spirit to receive this. All our lives we've been told that God and Jesus Christ was so-called white men, and that's been a lie. That image of Caesar Borgia is what they catfished us with, making us believe that that was the Son of the Most High, and that, we were supposed to worship, so-called Esau. Because Esau's the one that set himself up to be like God and to sit in the temples showing that he is God. And he did that during the Renaissance era, and that's what he did when he came over here, and destroyed what used to be Arsareth and called it America, Christopher Colon, and what they did, they enslaved everybody under Christianity. And then, his finalization when he brought the Southern Kingdom here, and been catfishing us. But yet, at the same time, though, in the land where it says that you are not our people, you will be called the sons of the Most High, and that's what's happening now. And Esau can't stand this, because this ain't for him. This never was. So I'm going to read out of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 2. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens, and the fishes of the sea, and stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off that land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. In other words, them gutter rats that are going around saying that they're the Jews, they're going to be cut off from that land. And this place, Babylon the Great, their fortress is going to be destroyed. You can see all these armies are coming up against America, taking a proverb against it, while America itself is shutting down everything on purpose, but wants you to think it's because, they can't come to an agreement over building a wall. And that's just what it's made to look like. But nonetheless, though, that's still the talks, and what's that wall for? Just to come against the tribe of Ephraim, your northern kingdom, And yet, Donald J. Trump is just laughing at you. That's why he's ordering burgers in the White House while everybody else has to take a furlough. I will also stretch out mine hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, which is talking about the northern and southern kingdom, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, which is talking about you Amalekites, and the name of the Shermans with the priests. And then that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops, and then that worship and swear by the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and that swear by Malcolm. And then that are turned back from the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquired for him. So pretty much, what's going to happen is, there's a fire that's going to consume all these palaces, which will also destroy the palaces of Ben-Hadad, which is currently Syria. Because you can see that the focus has been on Syria, and yet you can see, though, that, the U.S. ain't leaving fucking Syria. They never were. So at the same time, while he's about to destroy Edom, he's also going to, pretty much Edomites are also going to destroy Syria, and you can see that. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, it's talking about America, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. In other words, this place, America, is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. 200 million nuclear missiles will consume this place, America. Because what were we taught in America? We were taught everything wrong. We were not taught the Bible. We were taught Christianity. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is chosen man that I will appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Of course, this is talking about Yahushai and the angels when they come and destroy America, as well as in thermonuclear weapons. And, verse 20, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes, and he that purposed against the inhabitants of Teman, surely the least of their flock, which is talking to them gutter rats, the Amalekites, them fake-ass Jews, and draw them out, surely he will...
Watch your mouth about that race.
Oh, you mean the Edomites?
Fuck you, you old fat bastard. Watch your mouth about Jews.
Ha! The Jews are so-called black men! You're the Edomites. The devil the Bible speaks of. America will be consumed by fire. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, and the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly, and the eagle in his wings over Bozrah, which is talking about America. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. So you're feeling it now. The car fire was just the beginning of your sorrows. But even bigger fire is coming by way of them nuclear missiles. Because as you continue your war against the rest of the world, they are now taking a proverb against you. You can't even get to Syria. No. But when you do, that's when the rest of them countries, which you're trying to pull out of now, you and NATO, are going to consume this place by fire. Concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea, and it cannot be quiet. It's talking about what America and its allies are about to do to Syria. Damascus is waxed feeble, and turns herself to flee, and fear has seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken her as a woman in travail. And you know that they're about to destroy Syria. America was never going to leave Syria. Because, of course, America is the house of the thief that goes into other countries, invades them, overthrows their governments, and pretty much puts their landmarks on there because he cannot stay at home. His original place is right there in Petra. That's where Edom originates. But Esau can't stay there No, man, he's got to steal it from someone else, because he's always been a thief. Damascus is waxed feeble and turneth herself to fear. Flee. How is the city of praise not left, the city of my joy? Therefore her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord of hosts. And what's that talking about? That is by way of them chariots, and when them nuclear missiles come over here, destroy Edom once and for all, the place of the Edomites. No more will the Edomites be in rulership. We will be in rulership, because we're going to come down from the chariots, and we're going to put them bastards into slavery. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall consume the palaces of Ben-Hadad. So, you know that as they go after Syria, the same, all these allies are going to turn on America, and going to destroy her, as in the overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah, as well as them chariots come to gather his elect from the four quarters of the earth, but mostly here in America, Babylon the Great, because we were never, ever supposed to enjoy it here. A lot of people wanted to live deliciously here. Now, man, but now it's coming back on you wicked, you Edomites. And the car fire, as well as paradise and all that, be ready for some more. For that I want to say, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, Brakatha. Hope this has been edifying to you elect. And death to America, and death to you 2/3, death to all you Edomites.